Greetings, welcome to W9U1 Criterion 6 Faculty Contributions. This will be presented in two parts and this unit will be part 1. Recap, in the last unit we understood the Criterion 5 which is related to faculty information. The outcome of this unit is Subcriterion 6.1 of Criterion 6 which is faculty contributions. Notice that faculty is considered as an extremely important resource for the growth and quality of the institute's performance by NBA. So, the related information, faculty related information is provided now in two criteria. In Criterion 5, we are talking of simply the information regarding the faculty. In Criterion 6, we are looking at the contributions of the faculty. So, two criteria are related to only faculty. It shows the importance of faculty in the kind of accreditation perspective that NBA attaches. So, in this unit, we look at Subcriterion 6.1 of Criterion 6 which is faculty contributions, and in the next unit we look at Subcriterion 6.2. So, this is concerned with faculty contributions. Total marks allocated to this criteria 120 and this number is same for both Tier 1 and Tier 2. However, the sub-criteria, allocations of marks, the required processes and the exhibits are slightly different between Tier 1 and Tier 2 institutes. There are some areas where it is same, but some areas where there are differences. Evaluation guidelines for Tier 1 institutes are presented fully in the present unit's discussion. Please refer to NBA website updates for details of evaluation guidelines for Tier 2 institutes. The sub-criterion, what is implied in it, what are the features that we should look for and how to interpret that sub-criterion, it is all explained here. But the actual total marks allocated for that sub-criterion, that is also available. But how that is broken up further, that guideline you must refer to the NBA website. The entire Criterion 6 is in two parts, each for 60, totaling 120. One part 6.1 is concerned with professional development activities which we are going to cover in this unit, and the next sub-criterion 6.2 is concerned with research and development activities again for 60 marks which we will discuss in the next unit. So, the Criterion 6 is split into two parts, faculty contributions. 6.1 professional development activities. Tier 1 institute has 7 sub-criteria with a total of 60 marks. Tier 2 institutes also have total of 60 marks, but the sub-criteria are different. Tier 2 institutes have only 6 sub-criteria, but the total is still 60. So, what are the sub-criteria for Tier 1? The 7 sub-criteria: membership in professional societies at national, international level, faculty as resource persons or participants in short-term training programs or faculty development programs, faculty contributions in the development of SWAYAM, MOOCs and other e-content, faculty certification of MOOCs through SWAYAM, etc. Notice that 6.1.3 is faculty contribution in the development, that is, the faculty is acting as a resource person for developing content for a MOOCs course or SWAYAM course or any other e-content. Whereas 6.1.4, faculty is participating in a MOOCs through SWAYAM or NPTEL or any other such program and gets certified. So, 1.4 is participation to get certification. 1.3, 6.1.3 is contribution as a resource person in the development. Okay. Then FDP, STTP organized by the department, fifth criterion. Faculty support in student innovative projects, that is the sixth one. And faculty internship, training, collaboration with industry, another 10 marks. So these are the 7 sub-criteria for Tier 1. Now if you look at Tier 2, there are only 6 sub-criteria. Membership in professional societies, national and international level, faculty as resource persons or participants in STTP, FDP, then faculty certification of MOOCs through SWAYAM, FDP, STTP organized, faculty support in student innovative projects, faculty internship. Now if you see the difference between Tier 1 and Tier 2, if you closely observe, 6.1, 6.2, 6.4, 6.5, sorry, 6.1.1, 6.1.2, then 6.1.4, 6.1.5, 6.1.6, 6.1.7, they are all here in Tier 2 also, but with slightly different numbers. So what is the difference? If you see 6.1.3, faculty contribution in the development of SWAYAM, MOOCs or other e-content with 5 marks, it exists for Tier 1 institutes only. Tier 2 institute doesn't have such sub-criterion. 6.1.3, this with 5 marks, faculty contribution, is absent in Tier 2 institute. So those 5 marks are attributed to 6.1.2 of Tier 2 institutes. That is, faculty as resource persons or participants. To that it is added. So 6.1.2 for Tier 2 becomes 15 marks, and for Tier 1 it is only 10. That means essentially marks for 6.1.2 and 6.1.3 are combined and allocated to 6.1.2 only in Tier 2. Otherwise, the rest of them are all same. That means from 6.14 onwards, 6.1.4 onwards, it is the same sub-criteria with same marks. However, the numbers shift because now 6.1.3 is missing. What is 6.1.4 there becomes 6.1.3 here. So the numbers shift. Otherwise, they are all same. Okay. So the 5 marks missing here are added to 6.1.2 of Tier 2 institutes. Hence, the subsequent sub-criteria are numbered differently for Tier 2 institutes. It comes down by 1. Okay. However, their interpretation and allocation of marks remains the same. So 6.1.7, for example, becomes 6.1.6. But both are faculty internship, training, collaboration with industry and 10 marks. Only thing is number is 1 less for Tier 2. So now let us look at the sub-criteria of 6.1. So we will not keep mentioning 6.1.1, we will simply say sub-criterion 1, but the implication is it is 6.1.1. Similarly, 6.1.2 we will just mention it as 2 because pronouncing every time such a long number is a little bit tedious. So let us look at the first one. Membership in professional societies at national, international level. Allocation of marks is 5, same for both Tier 1 and Tier 2 institutes. Simply we provide details. Faculty members who have active recognized professional memberships and their positions and contributions to the professional societies. Maybe being a passive member is of not great value, but one should be an active member. First of all, one should be a member, then one must be active member in that society or whatever be the organization, and must be contributing to that professional society. And if it is great if that person is holding some position, chairman or treasurer or any other position. And this is considered during the assessment period. If quite some time back that person held a position, that is not of importance. What is considered is all these things during the assessment period. That is 5 marks. So simply provide all the data and that will be judged by the visiting team and marks will be allocated. So, name of the faculty, name of the professional society or body at the national or international level, name of the grade, level or position. So, whoever is a member, and if that person is holding some position, indicate that. The next one is faculty as resource persons or participants in STDPs or FDPs. So, the faculty might be as a part of the STDP, a resource person or a participant. Both are useful contributions and learning activities. So, that is under 6.1.2. Allocation of marks 10 for Tier 1. However, as I mentioned earlier, it is 15 for Tier 2. That is 5 marks of 6.1.3 have been added to 6.1.2 of Tier 2 institutes, making it 10 plus 5, 15. Otherwise, the nature of what this sub-criterion says, that's all same, only the marks are different. So, there are two possibilities: the faculty as a resource person, faculty as a participant. So, for these two, marks are awarded. For Tier 1 it is 5-5, for Tier 2 5-10. So, faculty as a resource person, then faculty as participant. Again, just in a table provide all the data so that you can compute the marks allocated. So, provide the details. It is just simply data, nothing more than that. So, name of the faculty as a resource person and the name of the STTP or FDP. So, date, location, where it was done and organized by, who organized it. So, provide these details, and as I mentioned with respect to the previous criterion also, we must have full documentary evidence to support these claims, preferably also some photographs and appropriate kind of proceedings or whatever documents got generated, all that details. So, have adequate documentary evidence and list all the faculty, and this is as resource person. Similarly, as participants, a similar table. Okay, participant information is provided. Okay, so this is as a resource person for 3 years: CAY -1, CAY -2, CAY -3. So the evaluation guidelines for both is just documentary evidence. That's all. Okay. An average of more than 3 faculty members from the department served as resource persons, then you get 5 marks. Average of 2 to 3 faculty members from the department, then you get only 2 marks. We must have document evidence. That means how many people, how many faculty members from the department served as resource persons. If you have 3 or more, then you get 5 marks. If you have 2 to 3, then 2 marks. More than 3, then 5 marks. Then faculty members participation, the previous one is a resource person, but now this is a member participation. Again 5 marks for Tier 1, but 10 for Tier 2. So, again simply provide all the details. Faculty members who participated in the FDP STT program at the parent institute will not be counted. This is important. If the FDP or STDP is organized at the parent institute, and if a faculty member participates in that, that will not be counted here. So, we are looking at the faculty participating in the STTP or FDP during the assessment period, and we are looking at the faculty members who participated in such events held outside the institute, that is external events. And we are also looking at what is the relevance of that STTP or FDP to the faculty members' specialization. That is just to simply get numbers. If the faculty member is participating in a STDP at some other institute, that will be not appreciated. So, the committee will look at first of all whether the faculty participation is in an institute which is not the parent institute but outside, and whether the area of that STTP or FDP is relevant for that faculty member. So, both are important. So, name of the faculty as resource person or participants, that is taken okay, and you get maximum 5 per faculty. So, total if you see, then you get the assessment points as sum divided by 0.5 into RDF, that is the number of faculty required to complete with 20:1 student ratio. So, basically what you are looking at is how much percentage of the faculty have participated in the STTP or FDP events, okay. And of course, you get only maximum 5 marks per faculty, because otherwise only one person can hog all the marks for this, because that person keeps attending these programs. Now, that is not desirable. So, we look at the participation by faculty uniformly across the department. So, the average assessment points over the 3 years are taken, and the marks are limited to 5, okay, over the assessment period. For faculty also total. Okay. We need to consider all students in the department alone to determine the RDF value, number of faculty required to comply with 20:1 student ratio. So, here if you see, we are calculating the department students by 20 to determine the number of faculty required in the department. That is used in calculating the percentage of faculty who participated in STTP FDP events. If you look at the assessment points, it is sum divided by 0.5 star RDF. So, we need this department faculty, and that is based on the students and 20:1 ratio. But when you are looking at the students only in this sub-criterion, we look at the students only in the department, not in the allied departments. When you looked at the other sub-criteria like student faculty ratio and all, we considered the students of the department as well as the students of allied departments. But for this criterion, we are looking at only the students of the department, what in that table we called as DS. So, we need to consider all students in the department alone, not allied departments, and that divided by 20 will determine what is the required faculty, and that in turn is used to determine the percentage of faculty who are participating. So, that is an important point and distinction that we should remember. And faculty members who participated in the FDP, STTP programs at the parent institute will not be counted, as I mentioned again earlier. Only participation in external programs will be considered. Then 6.1.3, faculty contribution in the development of SWAYAM or NPTEL or any other MOOCs or any other e-content. This sub-criteria is included for Tier 1 institutes only. This has 5 marks, but this is included only for Tier 1 institute. Tier 2 institute does not have this sub-criterion. Marks allocated 5. We simply provide the details of the faculty members who developed courses for various educational initiatives, including SWAYAM, MOOCs, SWAYAM Plus, NPTEL, EPG Pathshala or any other e-content if the faculty have developed, that is all is counted. Simply provide the data, and based on that the evaluation committee, the visiting committee will determine the marks. So, this table is relevant for Tier 1 institutes only, and simply provide the list, name of the faculty and name of the course developed. So, based on that the committee will award marks. Of course, we must have documentary evidence. So, a faculty member's involvement in developing SWAYAM MOOCs, SWAYAM includes NPTEL and all those things, 3 marks, and any other e-content like a virtual course developed for the department people, 2 marks. Then here onwards, the criteria are available for both Tier 1 and Tier 2 institutes, but the labeling is different. 6.1.4 faculty certification of MOOCs through SWAYAM etc. This is certification. This is labeled as 6.1.3. So always one number less it will become because one missed out for Tier 2. Marks allocated are 10, same for both Tier 1 and Tier 2 institutes, and simply provide the data. Faculty members who have obtained MOOCs certification. It could be through any valid platform like SWAYAM, SWAYAM Plus, NPTEL, or any other approved programs during the assessment period, approved by the appropriate authorities in the institute. So if something like Coursera is approved, then yes, if a faculty member does a course from that and gets certified, that is also counted. So provide the data, and of course the table is numbered differently, but it is the same data, and based on that data the evaluation is done. So name of the faculty, name of the course passed, and then course offered by, who has offered that course. Then if there is finally a grade awarded, then you can mention that. If there is no grade, if it is only pass certificate kind of a thing, then that column will not have relevance. Then marks are awarded based on the percentage of faculty members of the department who obtained MOOC certification. The more faculty go through MOOC certification, more will be the marks that the program gets. So the marks are awarded based on the percentage of faculty members in the department who obtained MOOC certification through any of these, SWAYAM, NPTEL, etc. If the percentage of the faculty who have gone through this program is greater than or equal to 30%, we get 7 to 10 marks. Between 20 and 30%, 4 to 6 marks, and less than 20%, 0 to 3 marks. Because if no one has gone through a certification, obviously 0 marks. But if it is less than 20%, then based on the perception of the visiting faculty regarding the quality of the MOOCs programs through which the faculty have gone and any certification grades, all these things, they will award marks in this range. So the documentary evidence is observed. In general, it is always a good practice these days for any department to encourage its faculty to go through such online courses. Even if the marks are not there, even if the department is not going for accreditation immediately by NBA, it is a good practice to have the faculty upgrade their knowledge and skills by asking them to go through appropriate and relevant MOOCs courses. In fact, these days even students are encouraged to participate in such MOOCs programs, and the AICT regulations themselves permit the students to go through some of the courses from an approved online platform, and many institutes do permit those credits to be added to their normal academic credits earned. So this has become extremely important, and people should be encouraged to participate in such programs. Then FDP, STTP organized by the department. Again, this is labeled 1 less for Tier 2 institutes, 10 marks, same for both. Provide the details. How many faculty developed programs and short-term training programs are organized by the department individually or in collaboration with other departments. It could be in the same cluster or different cluster, but it could be only by the department or in collaboration with other departments over the assessment period, that is the past 3 years. And the FDP or STTP must have a minimum duration of 5 days to be counted here. This is important to note. A 1 day or a 2 day FDP will not be counted here. It is desirable, it is a good practice only, but for it to be counted under this sub-criterion and for marks to be awarded, it must be at least 5 days. The minimum duration is 5 days. Okay. Provide all the details. Name of the program, date of the program, duration of the program. As I mentioned, it must be minimum 5 days to be counted here. Name of the speaker and designation and organization, number of people who attended. Of course, there could be one speaker, give all the details. Okay. So, simply it is data. Of course, the label of the data is different for tier 2 institutes. Instead of 6.1.5.1, it will be 6.1.4.1. But otherwise, it is the same data. Then, evaluation guidelines will be 2 points per FDP STTP with a maximum of 4 marks per assessment year. So, whatever be the number of FDP STTPs that the department conducts, it gets 2 points per program, but subject to a maximum of 4 marks per assessment year, which in turn is again subjected to a maximum of 10 marks. Because for 3 years, if you get 4 marks each, it becomes 12, but then it is subjected to a maximum of 10 marks. That is how the evaluation guidelines specify. And of course, the documentary evidence is observed. Then the next sub-criterion is faculty support in student innovative projects. Again, labeling is different for tier 2 institutes, but otherwise it is the same sub-criterion. Allocation of marks is 10, same for both. Here, provide details of faculty supports in whatever role, as a mentor, facilitator, in any other role, in student innovation projects, in various events like hackathons, codathons, ideathons, open research, etc. We have already mentioned that students must be encouraged to participate in events like hackathons. In fact, it encourages the students' creativity and it allows the students to learn many skills through such is something like a project-based approach through events like this. It also develops other desirable qualities mentioned in POs. These qualities include communication skills, working in a group, ethics, etc. So, it is very important to encourage students to participate in such events. When they participate in such events, whatever support that the faculty provides as a mentor or facilitator or as any other kind of role, that is all important. So, provide those details, provide the data, who are all the faculty members, what kind of help they gave to students and in which event. So, provide data, name of the faculty, name of the event and the date of the event, place of the event, and if all this has been recorded on the website, then provide a link. That helps the visiting team to go through that link and see what actually happened during that event. Of course, not every event may have a website link available, but if it is available, provide that link. So, provide this data and the table is same for tier 2 but labeled differently. Then marks are awarded based on how many faculty members in terms of percentage in the department provided such support as a facilitator or mentor in student innovation projects in all these events. So, in this list provides the events in which faculty helped the students by playing the role of a mentor or facilitator, and based on how many faculty did this activity, marks are awarded. So, again greater than or equal to 30%, 7 to 10 marks, between 20% and 30%, 4 to 6 marks, and less than 20%, 0 to 3 marks. The more faculty members in the department become active in helping the students in their innovative projects, more will be the marks awarded, and of course, more will be the progress of the department. So, encourage faculty, do not think that it is a waste of that time. Please encourage the faculty to support the students in their innovative projects. More faculty play these roles, more will be the marks that the department gets. Then the final sub-criteria, faculty internship, training, collaboration with industry. Because this sub-criterion exists for Tier 2 also with a different label. 10 marks, same for both Tier 1 and Tier 2. Here again, provide information, provide details of faculty members who have undergone internship or training in industry and research organizations, or a list of faculty members who are actively collaborating with industry. As every institute is aware of the importance of collaboration with industry, and in fact many of the departments have this as a mission statement, they are encouraging the faculty to actively interact and collaborate with industry. So this could happen in several ways. The faculty members can spend some time in the industry as an intern, probably during the vacation time, or probably through some kind of a special mechanism which the department supports and allows the faculty to be away for some period. If the internship is with a good company and available in a particular time slot, the department might make special arrangements for the faculty to join that internship. Or it could be a training program in an industry, or it could be even a training program in a well-reputed research organization. So encourage the faculty and provide the list of the faculty who have gone through such internships or training programs, or if they are collaborating with the industry on some specific problems of the industry, indicate those details also. So it can be internship, training, or collaboration with industry regarding certain problems that they have relevance to the industry. Provide all these details, and they will be evaluated and marks will be awarded. So the outcomes of internships, training and collaborations must also be listed. So the outcomes could be, there are several different types of outcomes are possible. For example, there could be publications resulting from this, there could be patents coming out of this, there could be good student projects being carried out because of this. So there are different possibilities because of these faculty internship, training and collaboration activities. So the outcomes must be listed. They include the number of programs organized for students and faculty members, the development of working models and prototypes, the publication of joint research papers, the number of funded projects received. These are all possible. Consider this data for the assessment period. So provide this simply the data. Name of the faculty, name of the internship, training, collaboration, name of the company in place. It can be even a reputed R&D organization, then duration, then outcomes of internship, training, collaboration. These outcomes are several possibilities exist, list all of them. If it has resulted in some patent as well as some paper publication, include both. And for all this, provide documentary evidence. So the evaluation would be, marks are awarded based on again the percentage of faculty members who have gone through all this. In all these cases, notice that it is the number of faculty who engage in that activity that is important. Just one isolated person doing this activity does not indicate that ethos in the department. So the evaluation guidelines always specify how many faculty members participated in that particular kind of event. So in all this we have seen the number of faculty members who participate is important. So as a percentage, if the faculty who participated in this, that is internship, training, collaboration with industry, etc., is greater than or equal to 30%, you get the maximum 7 to 10 marks. Between 20 and 30, 4 to 6 marks. Less than 20, 0 to 3 marks. So please observe that in all these kinds of activities, faculty internship, training and collaboration with industry, or the support for students' innovative projects, in all such activities, you must encourage the faculty to participate actively. The more is the number, the more the number of faculty who participate, the better will be the marks that the department program gets. Okay. So, that is how the evaluation takes place, and these describe the faculty contributions in terms of the professional activities. So, in the next sub criterion, we look at the research and development activities of the faculty. That is also concerned with faculty contributions, but with research and development activities. Okay. Thank you. We will meet again in the next unit. Thank you.